Okay, in the first video I was talking about those two Velcro straps there. This is what goes on it. Okay, and the battery box is going to sit on top of this. This is that material I was saying. If you can find anything, it's like a real hard rubber. You could probably push down a couple centimeters, maybe a quarter of an inch on either side. And actually probably not even that much. It's about a ½ inch, so maybe an eighth of an inch. Really stout stuff, but it's flexible. You can bend it. So I don't know what they use this for. I really don't care. I know what I'm using it for. This right here is just a simple cutting board. You can pick them up for probably about $5. Just notched it out, okay, and that's going to fit right into that slot position. And then I got two Velcro straps that are epoxied. The one on the kayak is actually 5200. I tried silicone, didn't work. Tried some other crap, tried goop, didn't work. Screw it. It's my kayak, I'll do whatever the hell I want to do. So, if you're going to trade your kayak, I wouldn't recommend going that route. I'm not going to get rid of this kayak. As it is, I have a hard time even putting the damn thing on top of my truck. So, my next venture is probably going to be a damn trailer. Anyway, this sits down, battery box goes on here. Let me get this up a little higher. Battery box is just going to sit right on top of this. And these two little guys have Velcro on them. And the back of the battery box has Velcro. So as soon as I put it on here, this is all Velcro. The bottom of the battery box is all Velcro. That's not going anywhere. And as long as these two aren't going to go, which I highly doubt, like I said, this is epoxy and that's 5200. I don't see that going anywhere. If I feel like I'm in really rough seas, I'm in big swells, and what I'll do is I'll just strap something on there prior to me going. I'd like to use something more removable, but if I got to use just a wire tie, then that's what I'll use. So anyway, this is going to be a 3-part series, and I'll try to get it in depth as I possibly can with all the modifications that I've made. So, all right, see you guys in a little bit. Okay, one other quick note. If you're not used to using any kind of silicones or adhesives, make sure that you basically sandpaper it down. I use this stuff. I forgot what it's called. It's like a sandpaper, but this stuff lasts forever. It's just enough to scuff it up, get any old crap off. Then go and get a little bit of rubbing alcohol and clean it. You don't clean it, more than likely you're only going to get about a year out of it, or your first launch, depending upon how bad it is. So just go ahead and take that extra 5 seconds and go ahead and do that. Also talk about nuts and bolts. If you're going to go and actually do a through hole, what I'd recommend is a washer, some silicone on the back of the washer if it's accessible. Try not to use well nuts. Here, let me get a thing of well nuts. Okay, these are well nuts here. They're a couple bucks, I don't know, $4 I think. Depends on how many you get in a package. I think I paid like $2.50 for 4 of them or something like that. I don't remember. But anyway, you would drill like I think this is a 5/8 hole. This slides in, and there's a lot of stuff on YouTube about this too. If you're going to drill anything into your kayak, what you want to do is start it, then put the well nut in there. I've actually put a little silicone in there and pushed it down, but this thing swells up pretty good. If it's a load-bearing surface, okay, like that AMA, that actual bar that goes across the kayak, that has these well nuts. I don't like it, but the thing is, it's the only thing I can use. I'm still working on something to actually put something more in the middle, because there's a lot of stress on these. Let me start this over here. Actually, I can turn it to the side. This right here, on this bar, and I'll get a close-up of it when I rig it up. I've actually been out there, and the well nut actually pulled up out of the fiberglass. And once that pulls out, this thing turned, flipped over, and started taking on water in here. Thank God I was only maybe a mile or two out, but coming in was a real hassle. And it was a real nice day, so I didn't have any problems. But at the end of the day, you don't want to, you really want to take the extra measure, especially if you're going in the ocean, or large lakes for that matter. River systems and stuff like that, I wouldn't worry too much. Usually you can get over to the bank, no problem. But if you're doing any kind of salt water, make sure you got your stuff watertight, because that ocean will not forgive. Trust me. Okay. This up here is what I use. I don't use a gaff, on net, but if I'm really going to kill a fish, this is what I use. This is just a regular dive spear. It's got the, instead of a trident, it's a 4-tip model. No, actually it is a trident, never mind. I thought it was the 4-tip one. In case I miss one of these, you're going to get them in the back of the head, right here. And they're out. The last thing you want to do is bring in, a real nice blue or some, large fish with heavy-duty teeth, and makes a mess of your work or some of your equipment. So, if you're going to harvest, go ahead and do it, quickly. So I carry this with me also. Okay, we just talked about this guy. I'm just going to go ahead and put it into the bow hatch here. And like I said, this just attaches right here. And she is in. Now, I'm not going to put the battery box in quite yet. I just put that goop in there, so well, actually 5200, so it's going to take a day to set up, really. Actually, it takes a week to finally cure. This product right here, though, I really love. It's called the Liberator, and like I said, this is the Scotty mounts right here. It's a Scotty standoff or whatever you want to use. It's universal. I just open this guy up here, slide it in, and now she's in here. Let me take this off here. And the battery box. Just set down in here for now. Still working on a couple things on this setup. What I'm going to do is only have the this cable bundle right now is actually going to be sitting on here. That's only for the transducer, so that's just going to sit behind here. I love the clean look. This is the transducer, so it comes right on down, and because this is a Lowrance product, which is fantastic. This also swivels. Let me get the hell out of the way. This swivels, and it's perfect. One of the biggest things when you're modifying your kayak, your yak, however you want to call them, is you want to sit down in your chair. You want to be, put it on the ground, and sit down and, get your things kind of figured out, because you don't have a lot of room to move around. And, even though you're sitting in the kayak, don't forget you're going to be in some kind of water thing, whether it's the ocean, a lake, what have you. So, bear in mind that things are going to be moving. You don't have a lot of room to move around, and if you put something in the wrong spot, well, it's in the wrong spot, But at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to run through here, where I don't even have to drill a gland, and let me take this off and I'll show you. Okay, coming back on this side, this is the Lowrance right here. I'll turn them on. There we go. Fire in the hole. You know, and this stuff is really great too. Gonna zoom in on that. That's just wire wrap. You can pick that up at Lowe's, Home Depot. They're actually cheaper if you go to an electrical store. You know, like how there's Greens, I think, is one. You know, whatever's local. It's fairly cheap. I think I paid about $4 or $5 for it. You know, I just like the clean look. And like I said, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but you know, I only need one cable to go through there. And even with that hatch closed, you know, if it comes down like that, and I bungee it, you know, I don't have it run the right way. Actually, battery box needs to go inside that. But you know, we'll get there when it's all said and done. But this way I don't have to drill another hole. But as you can see, there's a lot of holes in there. Like even these fair leads right here, they don't. There we go. These fair leads right here, and this is going to be for the sail. We'll get into the sail later on. They don't have any way to get to them. You know, so there's not much I can do, and that's one of the trade-offs. You know, with a kayak. This one here, though. All right, that's just a cam cleat for my main sheet. That's when the sail comes up, and you know, hopefully I'll be able to do a demo too of this thing in action. But anyway, that's what you want to do. So there's really not much I can do right now because the sun's going down.